are now tuned into the Gritty Gamer Podcast. All right, third time's the charm, man. Welcome everybody to another episode of Gritty Gamer Podcast. I'm your host Curry, joined my good friend and co-host Vince. What's up? Man, we've been recording for the last hour and a half.
No, I would say that. It's like 30 minutes.
About 30 minutes. It's been a long time. It feels longer, man. Trying to figure out this. We have so many technical issues over here, man. Trying to get stuff together. But this is the third time we're doing the intro. Third or fourth time for real. So we getting into EA lost the exclusive rights to Disney games or to Star Wars games, and Ubisoft has come out to say they're gonna be making the open world Star Wars game. So we got that to talk about. Bringing back the Greedy Dark Corner, where we do our fan theories and shit like that. So that's gonna be something kind of new to the channel again, I guess. If we only did it a couple times, we're gonna do something different this time with that. And we got a couple articles we're gonna go over. Yeah, just gonna see how far we get, how much time it take, and just see where we go. Could be a long episode. All right, so let's get straight down to it. Very first thing, a Ubisoft open world Star Wars game, man. So EA has lost the exclusive rights. They still be making the games, but they won't be the only ones making them. So an article by IGN, it says in 2013, EA and Disney announced a multi-year licensing agreement that gave EA the exclusive rights to publish Star Wars games developed by its internal studios. That deal now appears to have been altered. Published. I mean, damn, that deal.
You sound like goddamn. That's all, folks.
My coffee, my tongue is like I got the screen on my opposite computer screen, so it's like far away from me. Bring it closer. That deal now appears to have been altered, but EA will continue to be a very strategic and important partner for us now and going forward, according to Senior Vice President of Global Games and Interactive Experiences at Disney, Shine Shoptaw, talked to Wired. So basically, EA won't be the only ones making the games no more. When I first seen this deal coming out, I kind of thought that Jedi Fallen Order wasn't going to be created no more with Respawn, but we can see now that they still going to be a part of it going forward.
I thought it was going to be dumb. They said, nah, I can't make that no more.
Yeah, because I just assume, how Disney they take over so much shit, so I thought it would be like an exclusive rights. And, with Lucasfilms, Lucasfilm games, they was out a long time ago. So, I thought they was going to try to just do everything they could to revive their studio completely. And from what I've read, all the games that's coming out with Star Wars under Lucasfilm's umbrella going to be synonymous, with the movies that's coming out. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that, man. With Ubisoft, how you feel about them making this game?
It don't matter.
You don't think they'll do good? You don't think, if you had to pick a studio to make a Star Wars game, you don't think Ubisoft would be one of the front runners to make a good one, a good open world Star Wars?
I feel like it'll be decent. I don't know. Do you like any of the last past games they made? I like them, but do you like any of the last Assassin's Creed? That's the only thing they've been really making, right? Assassin's Creed. They made anything? Oh, they made Phoenix Immortal Rising, but that's still Assassin's Creed S2.
Yeah. But as far as open world games with robust content,
but do you want another open world game, or do you want just a story driven game like Jedi Fallen Order? Is kind of narrow path, just narrow game. Or do you want another open world game? Yeah,
I want them both together.
So you want to make sure like a God of War, they give me an open area. But it's all narrow. This is a narrow pathway, but open area. Each they get basically it's you got multiple open areas, but it's not open world. It's just places you can explore in that big area, but it's not going all the way over to these mountains, going all the way over to these mountains. It's just a little area that you can explore. That's what you want. Fallen Order was like that too. Had just a map that was pretty big that you can go and explore, but different maps, different places you travel to with different maps you can explore the maps on. You want something like that?
Nah, see, my problem with Fallen Order, man, it was a fun game. I definitely liked it. It was the best Star Wars game I played in a long time, especially under EA, in the recent years. But I feel like it was a little too linearish, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, I don't know if this is sometimes I do like to explore and go into for me, my idea of an open world story driven game, as you know, is Red Dead, Witcher 3, those type of games. They still have plenty of content.
Those are considered open world games.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I want open world.
I know, that's what I'm saying. But I would want open world. You just said like, would you want either or? I would rather for it to be if an open world story driven game. Those are the ones I think of as examples. Like the linear-ish in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is what I didn't like about it that much. You know what I mean? I like to go out and explore. Like they had everything else you would need in a game for me. Like third person, it had good characters. You know what I'm saying? Combat was good, but if it had that open world aspect to it more, then I would have enjoyed it even more. Even though it's a great game, period. I'm not knocking it whatsoever. But when we talk about story driven open world games, the ones I just mentioned earlier are the ones I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like,
so you want to like, so you ain't like God of War and shit like that?
I love God of War. The combat,
Last of Us, those linear games.
Those are linear games. I'm not saying I don't like linear games whatsoever, because Last of Us 2 was my favorite game of last year. I'm saying if they talking about an open world story driven game, because this is what they going for, that's the type of thing I'm talking about with Witcher 3, with side missions, and you got plenty of chance to use your combat skills and stuff like that. You don't always have to just do the actual. The only time you really got a chance to really do a lot in a lot of these linear games is pre-designated areas that they want you to use your combat in. You know what I mean? Like I like when I can just go to different areas and test my combat out and play around with my different move sets and shit like that. Even though Jedi Fallen Order gave you that, you know what I mean? Because you had the same Dark Souls thing. You can bring everybody back in the map and shit like that. Yeah. I still would like that more with an open world game. You know what I mean? Like it can explore. And then we just, with so much content in Star Wars, so many Easter egg opportunities, I think that it would really make for a great game if they took full advantage of that and drop plenty of, rare loot items and shit like that, and different lightsaber colors, and you find different characters that from the Star Wars universe, and just like a lot of Easter eggs and shit like this. That's kind of what I want to go for. That's what like, just think about it, man. Like I can still load up Red Dead 2 or Witcher 3 and still spend hours in that game because there's so much shit to do. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, you know what I'm saying? But it's so many things that can happen along the way if you going from point A to point B. Some people don't like that, but I kind of enjoy shit like that. Like strangers running up to you and you just stumble across a mission that you never would find, you know what I'm saying, any other way. So I kind of hope that Ubisoft would do something like that. I mean, you just platinumed, what was it, Watch Dogs Legion?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, was it too? I forgot.
Would you just say that, I mean, you always go for side missions, though. But would you say it was forced, or did you enjoy the aspect of being an open world side mission style game?
Yeah, like I like open world games. I mean, I also like linear games too, because sometimes linear games give me, when there's too many open world games, I feel like I'd be overwhelmed. Because it's too many games, then they all be long, and knowing my OCD, I want to do everything in the game. I want to do all the side missions and stuff. Because I know if I beat the game, I'm not going to come back and do it. So I like to do all that stuff before I beat the game. When it's too many, like, say for instance, like I'm playing now, Mortal Phoenix Rising, Greedfall, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, these are all big open world games. So it's going to be like, sometimes I want a game like Jedi Fallen Order where it's just linear. It got open areas, but it ain't got enough to where I'm gonna get lost in myself. Maybe that's just me. And I got the OCD of wanting to completely do everything. So I don't feel overwhelmed and stuff. You know what I mean? So sometimes I like that narrow driven story where I can just go from point A to point B without having to be distracted by this over there or that over there or that over there. Because sometimes, like I say, it makes a 20-hour game 100 hours the way I play the motherfuckers. It's like, oh my God. When every game come out that's 50 plus hours because of the open world stuff, it kind of makes me like dread wanting to get it, because it's like, I know I'm not gonna beat it soon. It's gonna take me a year or so to beat this damn game. It's gonna be like, oh my God. Sometimes I like those narrow path games because it's quick, it's easy, get to the point, it's finished. I play it, explore a little, finish the game, that's it. I ain't got to do all the extra stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
I mean, it depends. I mean, I'm hoping is like the different studios come out. Cause I know it will be Ubisoft. I don't think they ever did a narrow linear path game. I don't think they ever did. I can't think of one.
I don't know. Let me look and see real quick. Like while you going forward.
Hopefully, other studios, since it's out there now for grabs, other studios can go out there and make games, make Star Wars games. And they can be like linear or open world or just whatever they want to be. I mean, they could probably make somebody could probably make a fucking I don't know, a racing Star Wars game. Who knows?
Would you pick that up though? That's what I'm saying. Like, just think about how many games, like open world games, we have now, and think about how many. If it's a multiplayer game too, like GTA, they got all that shit inside that one game. So I think Ubisoft could pull it off. I
don't think Ubisoft.
You don't want like a multiplayer, like they got the Division 2. So just a multiplayer aspect where we do certain challenges and you meet up with your friends and shit like that. Like that would be my
just
idea.
Lightsabers and some people got blasters and lightsabers.
But do you think it's gonna happen though? Do you think that's gonna be? Because I don't know for some reason
it probably happen in the future. Now since we got all these studios, but as of now, no, I don't think it'll happen now.
As of now, you don't think multiplayer or what?
No, I mean, you think they'll make a multiplayer game? Just a multiplayer. Battlefront is a multiplayer game. It's not a story single player game. That's exactly a multiplayer game.
Exactly. I don't think that. If I do picture them coming out with a multiplayer style thing, I think it'd be more like Battlefront, like with guns and shit like that, and you upgrade gear and stuff in that way. Because Ubisoft is good with shooters. We see it all the time, but I don't know. I don't see how the lightsaber thing can work in an open world game unless we doing co-op missions together and shit like that. And
it's another thing. Co-op don't seem weird. It's so much stuff they can put out, bro.
Right.
Like, I'm happy for it. I mean, it's another thing with EA too. They got all the sports games and stuff like that. Like they got a monopoly on like football and I think like soccer and all this type of stuff. If they lost all that stuff too, the exclusivity with that, then I mean other studios can make like more arcadey football games. I don't really like Madden no more, so if they can make like another like Blitz game or something,
they got them out there,
man.
They out there still. It's just I don't know. They definitely out there, I think. What else was I gonna say? As far as open world game, damn, I forgot what I was gonna say, man. I just had a point I was gonna make. But I do think Ubisoft can pull out a good game when it comes to this. It's just like back to your point about having an open world game with so much shit to do when it comes to like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. This one of them games I never feel like I'm making progress on. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to stuff like that, it's too much. Like I think for real, travel got a lot to. The way you travel in games has a lot to do with how I feel about completing it. You know what I mean?
If you get around, if getting around the city is fun, like Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Like Spider-Man never feels. Well, at least when I beat again, I'll go by this. I beat Spider-Man 2. I beat Spider-Man, the one not Miles Morales, but the one before. I beat Spider-Man. I had to, in order to platinum the game, I had to do the street crimes, and that to me felt like a chore because I ain't have nothing to work towards. I already beat the story, so now all I'm doing is get on Spider-Man every other day to grind out these stupid street crimes that was all around. So when I played Miles Morales, I did all that stuff first and then beat the story. That way, I still had something to look forward to while I was still doing all that stuff. That's why I hate beating games first, then going back and do it. Because I like to do all at once. Like I said, I know once I beat the game, I'm going to hate going back and it's going to be a chore to do all this stuff again. So I do everything first. So it's one of those things where as long as I can do everything first, I'm cool.
Yeah, it's like it's a chore. You can never get caught up. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you're even overpowered by the time you get done doing the main mission. It's just boring. You know what I'm saying? And we just like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, all the Assassin's Creed for real. Like I just really play for story. And if I try to do all the side missions, man, you'll be in that game for how long? Like it takes a long time. Traveling by ship, even though traveling by ship and taking down other ships is pretty fun every once in a while. It's still not the best. You know what I mean? Like
ships, and then you walk, and usually Odyssey, I just fast travel everywhere.
Yeah,
because it's like unless I'm on an island, I just walk. I rarely ever use my horse, and I don't feel like the horse was ever like it's fast. Cause like the horse would be like you get near a city or something, it automatically make you like walk. I can't just like speed through a city, and it just adds extra time to where I'm trying to get to. So I just get off my horse and just run everywhere in the game, unless I need to go to a whole nother island. I never use the boat unless I had to use the boat. Unless I had to, I never get on the boat. I'll just fast travel every fucking word.
But it just. I don't know, because I played Black Flag, and it's still one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games. And the ships was one of the funner parts of the game for me. And I don't know if it's because it was a new idea, you know what I mean, or if it was like it wasn't as much content out there in open water. But I spent a lot of time on that ship, man. I pretty much upgraded my ship completely. And I did. I did every island I could. You know what I mean? But when it come down to Odyssey, it's just the world is just too big.
I'm the same because on what's the name of I was the same way I did with my ship. I did everything with the ship and Black Flag. I liked it, but the more they start implementing the ship combat into the games, I just started hating it more and more. I just got not liking it. But I'm trying to think. What was the Origins? I don't think did they have ships in Origins? I don't think so. I think everything was connected to land. You could just travel to it.
Yeah, I kind of like if it's gonna be like open world game like that, it's got to have fluent, fun travel. And if we just on one area, you know what I'm saying? Like, put me in the middle of a huge island to where I don't have to make it that difficult to travel around, and I put way more time into it.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, you see all these different islands on all these different games. It's like, man, I know it's shit I'm missing in every one of these parts. So platinum this game is not even going to be in my mind no more. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna be playing to just get through the story.
Another game that did it good was I don't hate to say it, but Saints Row 4. We had the superpowers. It almost made having cars obsolete because you could just run fast and fly around the city. And that made it super fun to traverse through the world because you could just fly and jump around the city. Like I said, if the traversal was fun, I feel like all the extra side on the stuff wouldn't be much of a problem because just traveling to it would be most funnest part. That's what I think. I don't know.
No, for sure. You're definitely right about that. That's why I played both the Spider-Man games. No problem.
I feel like if developers can make the traveling around the city like fun and entertaining, then I don't feel like people would say the game is much of a hassle or a grind like it is. If getting to point A and point B is super fun. Also, let's say they make a game like a parkour game. The parkour is hella good and fluent, and I don't think nobody would complain about doing like extra side shit if the parkour is just super dope and it just always feels good to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like as long as the traversing is good, right? Like none of this stuff feels like a hassle or a chore. It just feels like, I do it. Cause like in Spider-Man, when I'm on one side of the city and the cycle's on the other side of the city, I could fast travel. But like, why would I? I could just swing on over there.
I never fast travel. You do tricks and shit on the way there. Just, you know what I'm saying? Make it fun. Do all these little combos. Yeah, definitely.
That's the only game I can think now that it just makes going around the city super fun, and it ain't that many games out there like that. Literally, Spider-Man that I can think of off my mind right now.
This bring back some other point too, man. When I play Red Dead Redemption 2, the traveling is so monotonous. Everything is so monotonous and boring. But I still enjoy the game. I still enjoy the process of traveling between different places because there's so many little small things in between each one. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of the things. Like the story and the gameplay are super good, then it kind of balances it out for me sometimes. It is real rare to find that in the game, you know. So I don't know what it like. Red Dead is just one of them games that it's an exception, I guess, man, for me.
I mean, it can be. It's just when you on one side of this country, because you don't realize how big Red Dead is until you have to go to the other side of the damn map. And it's like, oh my god, it is so
20
far.
minutes of mashing X or A trying to get to a spot.
Especially online, because you have to do that online. On the single player, you can just hold it. But online, you have to do it for some reason. And it's just like,
mashing, man.
When I got to do like deliveries and stuff, it's like, oh my god, I got to go all the way over here. It's just so annoying, dude.
It is. I ain't gonna lie to you. It definitely is.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
I think
Ubisoft can pull it off. They're gonna come out with something good for sure.
Now Ubisoft just for everybody else. Because they working on an Indiana Jones game too. And I'm not really a big Indiana Jones fan. I never watched the movies. I never cared to want to watch. I don't know. But I mean, I'm looking forward to a game.
You think we need that?
Indiana Jones game?
Differentiate themselves from Tomb Raider and Uncharted? Because
everybody always say Uncharted and Tomb Raider jog Indiana Jones anyway. But like, let's see what the OG can do. Goddamn, if his game gonna be trash, it's gonna be good.
But as far as in gaming wise, like I think Uncharted is already Uncharted and Tomb Raider are already established as two games in that genre. So Indiana Jones got to come out with something totally different.
Yeah, they got to wow people. They gonna be like,
it's gonna be a waste of time.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on to the next one, man. I'm excited about that. We can go into that PlayStation 5 Death Threats, man, for the Super 5 Studio company, man. You remember that? You talking about that?
Oh, yeah.
Because they was talking about apparently this company Super 5 was taking pre-orders for a special PlayStation 5 that was, they they repainted to make like a PS2 and the PS2 thing, PS5 basically. So yeah, man, like they putting out these pre-orders and stuff like that. It's not a actual company affiliated with PlayStation, so that may be the reason why this happened the way it did. But let me try to pull up the article real quick. Let me see. They end up having to cancel all their PlayStation 5 pre-orders because people started giving them death threats. I think because I don't know. It's weird because like I don't understand if people just couldn't get their pre-orders in, or they couldn't fill in what was promised.
Yeah, you told me about it too, like they canceled it. I knew about them doing pre-orders for it, but I didn't know they canceled because they were getting death threats. And then like when you told me about it, it didn't make sense. I'm like, so they death threatening because why? They ain't getting the pre-orders, or I mean, they said something about they had to close. Did they say they closed because of death threats, or was it because of something else?
Yeah, let me pull it up real quick.
I think we were saying something when we were talking about it. We were saying something like, maybe Sony put the pressure on them or something. Because
it could have been because they're not an actual and they taking in pre-orders and shit like that. It's a different thing when you coming up to somebody, you know, you going to a store like you advertising something online. I'm pretty sure Sony gonna get a whiff of what's going on. It's different if I come to you and like, hey, can you paint this for me? You know what I'm saying? So that's a totally different thing, but you know, it's under the table type of thing. But here it is. A retailer for a PS2 themed PlayStation 5 consoles announced they were canceling all orders due to threats. Retailer Super 5, which has no affiliation with Sony, announced earlier this month that they would be selling a special PS2 customized version of the PlayStation 5 console and DualSense controller. These customized versions of the fought over consoles were going to be in limited supply, and the retailer began accepting pre-orders for the custom consoles and controllers not long after. But in a recent update, the retailer Super 5 revealed they would be canceling all orders placed for the custom consoles. So they basically, you can't even find them on the internet right now. They closed everything down. That's why I'm thinking, like, I don't want to say they lying, you know what I'm saying? Because it's no way it's knowing that for sure, but it just don't seem like it's adding up. You know what I mean? Like, I think maybe Sony put the pressure on them, or maybe they couldn't meet the demand, or they couldn't pull off what they was trying to do, or something. And don't tell, or maybe the death threats really was going out there. We know how crazy gamers are sometimes, man. Like with The Last of Us 2, they received the girl who played what's her name? The girl who played Abby straight received the Lord Bailey. I think it's her name. She straight received death threats because her character killed Joe. I'm like, dude, y'all crazy, man. Like, yeah, people just need to relax. It's a job. It don't make no sense, man. So I mean, it could happen. It's believable. Watch out, boy. Go sit down. What you think? Lay down, boy. I'm trying to get my dog together. Lay down.
I don't know, bro. The whole thing is crazy. I mean, it's just I like I said, I don't think it's a death threat. I think it's Sony. They put pressure on them, like, I gotta shut this down. Or so, like I say, when the PS5 and them, before they came out, there was somebody out there selling. They were selling like themes, like cases or something. Not even PS5. They were just selling like designs for them. And people in there, Sony had to shut them down, like sue them or whatever it was, because they said they was using PS5 stuff. But it's like, how you gonna tell people what they can do with their PS5? Like, if I pay for this motherfucker, I should be able to sell whatever the fuck I want with it. It's mine now. It's not yours. So right. I mean, I feel like if they bought 500 PS5, let's say today was scalpers, right, or whatever. They bought 500 PS5s just for the simple fact of redoing them to look like the PS2 themes, and they reselling them. So they ain't got no way. Like, they don't have no reason to be mad at them. First of all, they bought the shit, so it's theirs,
right? And
they selling them to give it to people. But it's like, I don't know. That's if it's Sony doing it, or if they actually just doing it because of. It just don't make sense why they doing it because of death. Like why people send them death threats? I don't understand. Like, maybe
people like just couldn't meet the demand of the high volume of people who wanted it. So, you know, people was like, hey, if you don't give me this, I'm gonna come after you type of thing. If you don't send my pre-order.
Like, if that's the case, they should have just been like, we ran out. Like, it's everybody pre-ordered all they can.
They ordered that like
you only had like 20 in stock, and we didn't think it's gonna be that popular. Everybody got hundreds of pre-orders. It's like, we can't fulfill it. I mean, they just tell people that. Like, it's like, look, right. Or maybe they should have put they only had a certain amount in stock in general. I don't know.
But it kind of brings me to, like you just said, something about scalpers, man. If Sony did, which we don't know for sure, put pressure on them and shut it down, I don't understand why Sony don't put pressure on scalpers and shit like that too at the same time. Like, people who want to sell sell their console for inflated prices everywhere. because that happens all the time too. I understand if they're gonna shut these people down for customizing it and putting it out there, then it should be the same thing with the scalpers who taking advantage of high demand and selling it for $500 more on the internet. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that is the case. You know, it's just a weird story to think about, man. Like death threats for a console, man, it's crazy. The demand for this shit is crazy. It's real, man. Like I'm not buying a PS5 for more than the price is supposed to be done out there for. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want it that bad right now. I know it's going. I'm gonna get my opportunity at some point, man.
Yeah, it'll go eventually. I ain't even.
And if I did, it will be something like this, like a PS2 thing, something exclusive. So I want to get something added value. I don't want to buy the console that they sold for $400 base for another extra $400 onto it, double the price for nothing special. Just I want to get it earlier. Like it's not for me. I'll wait. You know what I mean? So what else we got? Cyberpunk. Want to go over that one? They could be facing huge issues.
Cyberpunk.
Even
they just filed an apology earlier. You saw that
did.
video?
Want to put it up real quick?
You want to?
Yeah. All right, let me see. Basically, they getting pressure put on them right now from they let me see. They can be fined 10% of their previous year's turnover if they don't do what they basically said they was going to do. So let me see. This article comes from DualShockers.com. Another day, another story on Cyberpunk 2077 and the consequences of its botched launch. It's no secret that the game launched in an unfit state, causing its removal from the PlayStation Store and an apology from the CD Projekt Red. The issues have meant the studio's founders have lost over $1 billion between them and are facing a string of lawsuits, but that might not be the end of it. According to, I cannot pronounce this person's name. I think we had looked it up earlier. Remember that? He a Polish person. His name is Malgrits Chalik, I think. I forgot how to pronounce it, man. We had looked it up. The spokesperson of Poland's Office of Competition and Consumer Protection, and reportedly Zdeněk Gazada Prana, CD Projekt Red, could be facing a fine of 10% of their turnover from the previous year should they fail to rectify the major issues with the game. This is crazy, man. Like it just brings me back to so many games that were botched, but it's just Cyberpunk is such a high profile game. One of the biggest. It passed up Ubisoft as the most profitable and the most profitable game developer in the UK. So I think with that being such a huge developer, that's why they got so much pressure on them right now from everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, it says the statement from the Poland's Office of Competition and Consumer Protection. It says, we will check how the manufacturer is working on introducing corrections or solving difficulties that prevent the game from playing on different consoles, but also how it intends to act in relation to people who have complained and are dissatisfied with the purchase due to the inability to play the game or their equipment, despite the manufacturer's previous assurances. So they said, basically, I was reading online that they want to see them, actually patch the game, bring out free DLC, just try to make us feel like we're getting our money's worth for, everybody who feel like they got cheated from it. So as of right now, I haven't played it. I don't think you played it neither until they bring out the updates, man.
Wow. So the updates is January and February or something?
It should be, yeah. It should be coming out. They said PS5 gonna get updates later on, like 6 months down the line, but for PS4 and Xbox 360, or Xbox One, as you getting updates in January and February. But after hearing about, because I do want to platinum this game, man. It's so many bugs. I've heard so many stories of people who put that time in and did everything they're supposed to do to get the platinum. Like Greg Miller talked about it. He's supposed to do one of the little side missions where you had to kill all the NCPD in that little circle, them little missions. He killed everybody. He was supposed to pick up the evidence. They wouldn't let him pick up the evidence, and it was a little bug that stopped him from doing it. And 30 hours down the line again, he kept playing, did everything else, but that one side mission that wouldn't let him pick up the evidence stopped him from getting his platinum trophy. So shit like that would irritate the fuck out of me, and I'm not finna put myself through it, man. And when they roll out the update for January and February, I'm restarting my whole game so I can Make sure I do everything properly. I don't want no issues, man. So, what about you? You plan on platinum it?
I mean, I got it on PC now, yeah, and I already got my PlayStation refund. I don't know, man. If I platinum this, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be somewhere so far down the line that anybody gonna be talking about Cyberpunk no more,
right?
Type shit.
Nah, I feel you.
So
one thing I am gonna be, I don't know. No, never mind. I'm definitely gonna platinum it once they fix everything. I'm gonna try to at least. All right, we got the apology.
There is an apology up. How do I put this up?
Just read it out real quick.
No, it's a video.
Oh, it's a video. Well, never mind.
YouTube,
yeah, never mind then.
You can probably talk about it next time, but it's a video. Yeah.
But yeah, they this crazy. This whole launch. It's why I try not to let myself get hyped up about games, man. I try not to, but it's games it's just the technical issues, man.
You know what I was saying? I was like, man, I can't wait for the motherfucker to come out so it can be trash and everybody.
Yeah, you hating on you one of people. You and collectively like 100,000 about this bad energy. Fuck the game. I'm blaming
it's feel bad too because my dumb ass, I still don't buy it. I was still happy for it, but at the same time, I was like, I'm not hyping it up like everybody else. I feel like, oh, those are gonna be the second coming of Jesus. Cause niggas acting like it was the second coming of Jesus. It's basically what people acting like. And it's like, oh, I just had this feeling, bro. Like it ain't gonna be as good as people making it sound. But I don't know. Who knows what the final product will look like? Who knows? Maybe the final product could be the second coming of Jesus. We don't know. But as of now, it's not. It's horrible, bro. So I don't know. The game has mixed feelings.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like my bad. I'm trying to see something real quick. But yeah, like I said, I tried to get overhyped by games and stuff, but it was just we had a studio that was established and we already knew so much about, you know what I'm saying, what they did, but it was a totally new IP, totally new, mechanics with a first person shooter and cars and all this shit. But story wise, it's a good game. Side missions, it's a good game. Flow from content to content is a good game. It's just all those technical issues, man. It's just not made for this gen. So it just made me think about if this the same thing that's going on with Halo, they push that game back. Maybe they trying to still work out the same kinks that, they run into the same issues.
I didn't know what Halo was. They were saying that when they showed their gameplay, they noticed people wasn't excited about it. They say the game looked like a damn 360 game, so they pushed it back because of that. I don't know if that's actually the real reason they did it, but that's what they saying. They pushed it back because it wasn't well received when they put out their demo. So they're like, let's put this back and make it actually look nice shit or something. So I mean, hey, they pushed it back a year, goddamn it. So I mean, it got pushed back a whole year. That motherfucker still don't look dope there. I mean, it looked cool to me. I ain't really had no expectations.
You had no issues with it.
Nah, but everybody else say it looked like a last gen game. So I say if that's the real reason, I don't know. That's hella funny though.
It is. All right, we got anything else you want to hit? Any other articles that you excited about? I mean, just a little tidbit, man. Switch outsold all of the other consoles combined in 2020, which is
I don't understand how. I don't understand. I feel like everybody already got everything else, and Switch is like the one thing a lot of people probably don't have. So I'm like, I don't feel like this is a surprise. Maybe I'm just overthinking it or underthinking it.
I mean, just to think about how hard it is to get a Switch, and they still also every other console combined. I think that's still.
I mean, it's hard now because everybody want it now, right? I mean, everybody didn't want it at first, right?
I think some of the games that kind of boosted it up was what's the other game that just came out? Everybody was so happy about. I'll keep on.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I think it's one of them games that probably brought the hype back.
But that was that 2020? Animal Crossing was.
I think it's 2020. Let me see.
That one 2019.
They brought some stuff. Either it came out again or they brought some new stuff out because it was big last year for some reason. Animal Crossing.
I think it probably was Animal Crossing. Yeah, I don't think it was nothing else.
I mean, it's other game. The Switch is always one of them games that it came out March 20th, 2020. Animal Crossing New Horizons. That's the one.
I don't know. I never played Animal Crossing. So I
Me neither, man. I want to get my Switch back, man. That shit just down there collecting dust.
It is, bro. I still need to be Luigi's Mansion, all type of shit. I don't even think I beat Super Mario Odyssey. Yeah,
I ain't beat it neither, but it was fun, man. That definitely was some fun game. I was trying to collect the stars. That's my. That's
another thing, bro. The OCD. I gotta collect all the stars, and sometimes you don't know where they get. They be like the most hidden places on the planet. It's like, oh my god.
I still want to play Breath of the Wild. Like that's one of the games
I need to beat
never
that
got
too.
a chance to play, man.
I still ain't beat that.
It's not on shit. But all right, it's time for the. You know what I mean? You got something else? Anything else you want to talk about? You got nothing. All right, it must be that time for the gritted dark corner. It's terrible. I would change my voice. So
gritted dark corner.
There we go. It's better.
Smooth jazz.
All right, so this one is gonna be it's fan theories. 2 of them are false. One of them came out to be true. You gotta figure out which one it is. All right.
How you find these?
Research, man. You put the time, man.
You just put in fake horror stories and real horror stories.
But I forgot how I got it. It's a couple things. I got a couple fan theories, but I want to put this one under the theme of alternate universes. All right, so all these are alternate universes that one of them end up being in the same universe, 2 of them not in the same universe. And the creators actually confirmed that one of them was in the same universe. All right, so you ready?
Yeah.
All right, the first one's Home Alone. So they saying that Home Alone, Macaulay Culkin was Macaulay Culkin. I keep saying it wrong. Kevin was he you know how he was doing all the traps and shit like that. They said that he grew up to be Jigsaw, and it's actually the same universe. So, you know, him being neglected by his parents and shit, man, left at home, damn near him killing Marv and Harry all the time, like all his traps and shit. They say he evolved to become Jigsaw later on, and Saw in the Saw series. All right, so we got another one. It's a little less dark, you know what I'm saying? Monsters Inc. You know the little girl that was trying to find the Monsters Inc. Boo.
Yeah.
How she was so good at hiding and shit like that. They said that she ended up growing up to be Violet in Incredibles. In the Incredible series, they said they're the same person. It kind of looks similar to, so that's another one.
I don't see that.
And the last one is Breaking Bad. They saying that Walter White, Breaking Bad and Walking Dead are actually the same universe, and Walter White was the cause of the zombie outbreak.
And one of these are real?
One of these are real.
Like real? And what you mean real? Like
real as in the creators confirmed that one of these are actually true. Which one do you think it is?
No way.
Which one?
No way. Really? What of these are real?
Which one do you think is real?
Holy shit. One of these are real.
One of these are real.
I'm gonna go out of the way and say the Boo one. That's the only logical one that could be. Yeah.
Nope, they ain't it.
So what's real?
All right, so it has been an ongoing joke and fandom that Breaking Bad is a prequel to the zombie apocalypse, but speaking at 2018's Comic-Con, the Walking Dead creator Robert Kirkman confirmed that Heisenberg's produce caused a zombie outbreak. So
that has to be a joke. That has to be so here like, yeah, wake, nudging, like, of course, ha ha ha, he's the cause. No.
I say Kirkman may be a little tongue-in-cheek with his response, but look out for a Bryan Cranston Walker cameo complete with wild friends in the near future, just in case. So, I mean, it's an old article, but
what the fuck kind of meth was he making in terms of the zombies? The hell? He got the literal bath salts, Florida shit. He
real, man. He just changed. He fucked up the whole world with this shit, man. People couldn't handle it.
Crazy.
All right, so that was the gritty dark corner. You know what I'm saying? Only one of them was kind of. I guess 2 of them kind of dark. Breaking Bad, zombie outbreak, and
I heard the whole Kevin McAllister is supposed to be the child Jigsaw one.
Yeah, you heard them before.
Yeah, but
right,
that's not all that.
We're gonna do this again next time, but I'm trying to think of another theme or whatever. I just come out with a couple ones I find interesting. You know what I'm saying? Keep it going. But anything else? What you playing right now?
Greedfall.
Which I can't get into. I'm trying, man.
I always see him play. I'm like, this nigga say he don't like it, but every time I get off, like I see his ass playing it. Like,
I got 2 hours into this game, man, but most of it's time sitting idle. I don't know what it is, but it's just I don't know. It's kind of clunky to me. It's just I'm. It's not the graphics not even bad though. It's just the mouth movement. The setting looks great too. I like the old school, you know what I'm saying, Plague style, Dishonored kind of.
I don't even know what kind of, what era that would be.
It's like London. I feel like it's the same time. It's like Dishonored. It looks similar. You know what I mean?
I guess.
And I like that. I like the setting of everything, but it's just I can't get past the way the characters move and the run. She's like running with her damn knees in her chest, like just. You know
you should see the crouch when they crouch. Her
the crouch is trash.
Like she got her legs busted wide open. Like they be like,
it's just no scene right, man. Like I don't get it.
Then I'm playing that, and I'm playing. I just got Immortal Phoenix Rising, so I started playing that too.
How you liking that so far?
It's cool. I mean, it's about what I thought it was gonna be. Like Breath of the Wild, Assassin's Creed S game. I mean,
see that type of game, man. I really want to play it on PS5, or the Series X. I want to just take it up to next gen so I can really appreciate it. Because I know them graphics probably look nice. Like, especially with games that got their cartoony style, art style, I know they can really do a lot of shit with the PS5 and that engine. You know what I mean?
My whole thing now is trying to platinum games. So let me get a lot of games on PC instead of not PC, but PS5 instead of PC, where I can easily get them on PC, but I don't care about achievements on PC, so I just want to do it on. Yeah. I don't know. And plus I want to give me RTX first before I start going back into PC. I don't know why. I just want an RTX before the graphics card before I go back into PC gaming hardcore. So that way I want to start streaming and all that stuff too. So I want to get a next gen because I want to get that game. Actually, I probably don't need one for this. I want to play that game Medium, the horror game that's supposed to be coming out. I don't play that, but I think that's on PC too, so I might not even need to get one. I'll just get it on PC. I want that probably be my first game I start streaming or record it again at least. But go back on my So You Mad channel.
What?
Medium. That's that split screen horror game.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I want to play that so bad, bro. That shit.
Yeah, it look good. It look good. I feel like I'm gonna pick it up for a second. Probably not. I need to commit to beating games, man. It's just like I haven't been really entertained by games lately, like for some reason. It's just
I wasn't needed for a while. Now just like, man, let me just go ahead and beat this game. I still need to beat Ghost of Tsushima and all that shit, bro.
I can't. That's an easy plat too, man. Traveling on that game is another. Going back to the point of the beginning, that's another one. That's real fun, man. Like it's just fluent.
I mean, the world's not that big. It's big, but it's not that big to the point I feel like it would be a hassle.
It's not. See, the thing that made that game so good is the picking up shit as you moving around. Like you don't have to really stop and crouch and cut shit, and you know what I'm saying? You just pick it up and go. You ain't gotta have no animation to actually get down and take up 30 seconds of your time to loot all these bodies around here and shit. So that's one thing I liked about it. But for me right now, I'm trying to get into Greedfall. And I put like 2 hours into that. I still need to platinum Monster Hunter, man. It's just so much shit to do. I'm 50% done. Getting them crowns is gonna be the hardest part. The crowns for the smallest and largest. That's what I really need to work on right now. So I've been killing enemies. It's just so random when it drops. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just so random that I don't know, man. Like I don't want to keep killing this thing. It's a real grind. So I need to go ahead and just put the time in, set the whole day aside, and just go ahead and just platinum that. Back into Apex, man. We get like a win a day. Remember that?
Yeah, we ain't get a win yesterday though.
We didn't.
We had bad games yesterday. Yeah.
We did have some real bad games. The last 4 days we did play down there. We got to win. One of our best games ever. Collectively, what, like 13 kills, like 3,000 damage together.
Bro, I had like 23 by myself with it. That motherfucker whacking, bro.
I had like 15 with 5 kills. You had like 20. You had like 7 kills with like 2,300 damage. Some crazy shit like that. It was crazy. It was a good game, man.
I was whacking niggas, boy.
Is there snipers, man? We gotta keep a dual sniper thing going. Both of us got snipers. It's a whole other story. We was picking them off like SEAL Team 6. Remember that? For real.
So I'll be because you went down. I Hey, I ain't gonna front low key, bro. I was happy when you went down, bro, because I can use my shield to help it to shield and block damage, so I can attack too. So every time you went down, I'm like, yes.
So you mean to tell me all them times
I was using you as cover, nigga.
You just watching behind the corner.
No, it's just you went down. I was just like, you went down. Yes, I can use that shield to block somebody's coming up. Like heal myself real fast, or just shoot them, like peek out and shoot them. They be getting fucked up because they got to say what they're taking. Then they be like running up, trying to hurry up and prevent you from getting up. So they ignore me half the time. It's like, really, nigga? So I
could never make it out of the situation. Once that shield go up and pick me up, and I try to run away, I'm instantly right back down again, man.
Yeah, because they be trying to get you down, bro. And that's why I said the shield. That's a whole OP, bro. Her being able to pick you up and also defend at the same time, bro. Especially when you like in a narrow pathway, you can just put the shield up, it blocks the pathway, and the only way they can get you is to come through the shield. You can light their ass up while they try to come. Cause they gonna be focused on you trying to keep you down. Goddamn, they don't even be worried about me for real.
So, yeah, I feel because I show rush. If anybody trying to pick up their personal lifeline, man, I definitely rush them. I'm hitting that prayer. You ain't finna get them in front of me like that. But do you get healed up as you picking me up? Like that? You don't? Okay. Alright, so it ain't too bad. But if you got the lifeline with that shield and the gold helmet, now that's OP. That's the problem, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the gold helmet make you revive people with more health. And I come back with like...
Oh, that's the best.
It's one of them. I thought it was the... Alright, it might be, whichever one. You get like 50% health plus 2 bars in your shield or something like that. So you back to the game instantly. So I don't know, man. That's no OP right there. I feel like they nerfed Raid too much. Like her Into the Void shit take too long to initiate, man. It's like it's damn near useless. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, you don't play as this, so you don't really know, but man, it's really pissing me off. Can't really get out of trouble like that for real. True. But yeah, that was it, man. Hope y'all enjoyed that episode. Got anything else you want to talk about? Alright, well, make sure if y'all enjoyed this episode, make sure y'all like us on our podcast platforms. Check out the YouTube and follow us on social media at SoGrease31, Gaming Gritty on Twitter, and Advanced So You Mad.
Same YouTube website. Go to YouTube too. So You Mad. We'll be back uploading on that too. So keep looking out.
All right. Talk to y'all later. Stay greedy, gamers.
Jesus.
We won't stop now.